from CD-ROM. I'll also take a look at some of the other things. You can browse around. Be careful. Don't modify things willy-nilly. There's important...
If you don't know what you're changing, don't change it. If you do change it and it doesn't start up again, there's probably a little jumper on your motherboard that'll reset all this BIOS stuff back to the default. That will save you if you change something wrong.
Also, notice in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, F6 to load fail-safe defaults. That's another way to do it. Those are the default values that the system came with. If you press that button, if you're having trouble, F7 is worth trying. Those are the optimized defaults. In here, we can see things, our system health. Many BIOSes have this kind of information. You see our operating system, our CPU temperature is 105 degrees. That's very good, 105, 106.
It's a lot warmer than it was before.
It is. It's warmed up a little bit, but anything less than 130 or 140 is fine.
Okay.
We also see that our system temperature is good and that our fans are rotating at a high speed, just what we'd like. We've only got one fan monitor, that's the CPU fan. The other fans, the system fan and the power fan, did not plug into the motherboard, unfortunately. We also see that our clock speed is 100 megahertz. That's modifiable, as is the CPU multiplier. In this case, we did have to change it to 12 to get our full 1.2 gigahertz on our chip. You may have to change those settings, but as Patrick says, don't modify anything if you don't know what you're doing. Once you've got it the way you want it, go to Save and Exit and press Return, and you're going to save your settings. We've got it all set up. Well, now what do we do?
It's time to install the operating system, Leo. This is the part of your computer you stare at every day. The operating system, it could be Windows 98, Windows 2000, it could be Linux, it could be all sorts of stuff. We're going to install that fancy new operating system,
Windows XP. Now this will install off the CD. It'll actually boot up the system from the CD. So we set the settings in our BIOS to boot from CD. We're going to put the operating system CD in there, and I'm going to exit my BIOS, saving the changes. And if all goes well, if I can see the CD and everything, which I think I feel good about, I think I might be able to, Windows XP's install screen will come up, and we'll actually start installing the operating system.
Hey,
there it is.
Setup is inspecting the computer's hardware configuration, and away you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, it's a brand new hard drive in here, a nice big hard drive, but because it's brand new, it's never been partitioned. That is, it's never been prepared for an operating system.
So we got to tell it what it's going to be.
This doesn't scare Windows XP. It sees the hard drive and it says it's unpartitioned. I need to create a partition by pressing C, and I can tell it how big it should be. Do you want to use the whole hard drive as one partition? You can. In this case, I'm going to create a partition of about 6 gigs for
just for the operating
for the operating system, and then I'm going to create another partition of about let's say 10 gigs for my programs.
Wow.
I'm kind of fancy.
What
and
about
then
your
I'm going to create
all your files and your MP3s.
I'm going to create a data disk of 5 gigs for just regular documents, and I'm going to use the rest of the unpartitioned space, in this case 37 gigabytes for media files. That's what really eats up a hard drive. Now, I've said I want to install the operating system on the first partition. I'm going to use, because it's XP, I'm going to use the NTFS file system, and I'm going to format. Let's do the quick format, see if it'll let me. Probably won't, because it's never been formatted before. Oh, it might. It's going to format the drive. That's the second stage of preparing a drive for use. Partitioning divides the drive up into virtual drives. Formatting, it's like writing lines on a pad. It's preparing the drive for writing data on it. And now we're formatting the disks so that we can install the operating system. And we're ready to copy the files over. This is going to take a while to do. So while it's doing that, let me just recap the final steps of actually building a personal computer. We've attached our peripherals. We've configured the BIOS. We've installed an operating system. And before you do that, of course, you partition and format the hard drives. We've actually kind of skipped ahead here. And we have Windows XP. It's installed all of its files. It's now just asking us for some simple configuration information. This should be very simple. You built this. You know all this stuff. Just follow the wizard, complete the form, and you're ready. Your computer is done. You're ready to install the software. Good work. Wow, I can't believe it. We're just going to let this finish up.
Yeah.
You have built your own PC. Congratulations! Now turn off this tape and go enjoy it, okay?
Okay, hold on. Before you do that, if you got stuck anywhere along the way, or if you just need a little more information, go right to our website, techtv.com/build-a-PC. We got a ton of additional help, some articles, and all kinds of good stuff there just for you.
Well, that's not all that's there.
Yeah.
We also recommend other offerings from the great Tech TV Q series. Our video, for instance, Tech TV Solves Your Computer Problems, as well as some great books, including Tech TV's Upgrading Your PC. You just built it, now you're going to upgrade it, featuring my buddy here, Patrick Norton.
Even better, Poor Leo's 2002 Computer Almanac, where the man himself gets folksy on your computing.
Everything you ever wanted to know about your computer and then some. We do thank you so much for buying and watching this video. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm Leo Laporte.
I'm Patrick Norton.
And we're done.
Woohoo!
See you on TV. Bye-bye. Let's go mess with your computer now. I think we got to fix it.